welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kalila and this is the next video in my Becoming Her series where we talk about becoming your highest self and things you can do to make sure that you are the woman that you aspire to be. Today we're going to be talking about top tier personality traits. Now, I don't want this to come off as me saying that you should change your personality and you should be this and you should be that. That's not what I'm saying. I am going to talk about things that I think really make a person someone that I want to be around, someone that I want to embody. And I personally, the personality traits that I'm going to talk about today, I think everybody has them inherently. They just need to work on them, work on bringing them out, working on having them to the forefront, and maybe even work on why they don't embody them all times. And if you don't know, I live in New York City, so if you hear any construction going on, it's the city. I'm gonna go through 4 personality traits that I think everyone can embody and should work on enhancing, and the first one I'm going to talk about is generosity. So I believe being a very generous woman within bounds is really, really important, and it really separates you from the pack. There are a lot of nice people. There are not a lot of kind people, and there are especially not a lot of generous people, and I think generosity is really an understated character trait. For example, if you have something in abundance and you are able to share it with those who may be less fortunate or maybe more needy, I believe that that is really, really generous. And I always try my best to be generous. Even when I don't necessarily have it all, I try my best if I can, up until it's going to leave me in a worse position. So I'm not saying that you need to be so generous with your time and money and items and yada 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 if it's going to leave you worse off. So for example, if you have $20 and those $20 are going to get you food for the night, and it's going to get you home from work, and it's going to get you hygiene products from the store that you've ran out of and you can't get, I am not saying that you need to give 15 of those dollars away to someone less fortunate than you so that you can feel like a more generous person. I'm saying if you have something in abundance and you have the opportunity and chance to give, then you should, because that is being generous. And I think that is a really, really, really good character trait to have. And if you watch any housewives or are around wealthy people and they're always at galas or charity events, it's because they are philanthropists and they are involved in their community, whether it's in a way that we would like. Usually it's not, but they can be generous with their money, with their resources, with their connections, with their time. And I am also not saying that you need to give away your stuff, your money. You don't have to be, if you don't want to be generous with your, if you don't want to be generous with your money, be generous with your time. Okay, because food banks, charity organizations, they need volunteers. They need people to lend their time. And if that's all you can give, give that. Being generous at heart, when it comes natural, it's easy. It comes natural for me. And I believe it, I'm one of those people who believes that it will come back twofold when you give. But if it doesn't come natural to you, that's okay. Start small. I really think this world would be better off if more people were generous, and I think that you would have a better time going throughout life if you practice generosity, because practicing generosity allows and reminds you that what you're doing is not transactional. And if you're a cynic, then you can say, yes, it is transactional, but the transaction is you're giving away something to someone less fortunate, and in return, you're getting this feeling of goodness. You're getting this feeling of altruism. You're getting an ego boost, if you want to be cynical. But it's not transactional. It's not meant to be transactional, and practicing generosity allows you to remain humble, I believe, and it allows you to remember that you're not doing something to get something else out of it. Because I think sometimes life can be too transactional, and when you're practicing generosity and when you're embodying a generous person, it's going to make your life better. It's going to make what you put out into the universe and what you get back from the universe 10 times better. I'm not telling you to be so generous to the point where it depletes all of your energy. I'm not saying that at all. If you can give something, give something. If it's going to make you worse, do not do it. Protect yourself, love yourself, give where you can, but really remember and put every foot forward with generosity, and I think you're gonna be the woman to envy if you can do that. Next, I want to discuss reliability. There is nothing worse than a flake. You do not want to be a flake. If you said you're gonna do something, then do it. I think that being a reliable person is a top tier personality trait. I don't want anyone to think of me and be like, oh, well, she misses deadlines, she doesn't do this, she said she's going to do it and it takes her this long to do it, she said she'd get it to me by the end of the week and it's this next week and she's not doing that. Being reliable, oh my gosh, that is one of the first things I want people to think about me. And I'm not the best. I gotta say, I am not perfect. Sometimes I bite off more than I can chew, but I always try my best to do what I say I'm gonna do, and in a timely manner. And if I can, I try to get it done a little bit early, because being reliable, it is so underrated. Personally, I don't think there are that many reliable people, whether people get busy, whether they're absent-minded, whether they just don't care. Reliability doesn't seem to be at the top of many people's lists when they think of the person that they're going to show up as. And I want to show up as a reliable person. And if you can show up as a reliable person, I think that's going to set you 10 times above the bar. Next is confidence. People talk about this all the time. Confidence is really how you get a lot of things that you wouldn't expect, is just exuding confidence, but they don't talk about how to do it. Personally, I live by the fake it until you make it rule. I am not a super confident person just in general, only because I am risk averse. If you've seen any of my past videos, you know I talk about I am not a huge fan of taking risks. I really like to do things once I've planned it all out and I'm sure it's going to happen. But for my goals, personally, I don't think that I can live my life being so risk averse and waiting for the perfect moment to do anything. So I have been working on faking it until you make it, and really that's just confidence. I'm just trying to be the most confident person I can be. I'm imagining my higher self that I'm working on becoming, and that woman is a very confident woman, and I am already her. It may not seem like it, but I'm already her. I'm working on becoming her, and that woman is confident. So I need to act like her to become her, and I'm faking it right now. Until I make it, I'm faking it. And confidence, it is attractive. People love confident people. Gotta walk with your head up. Not afraid to make eye contact, not afraid to go up and talk to people, not afraid to be yourself unapologetically. I think that is the makings of a really confident person, and that is a great personality trait to have and embody. And confidence is just oh so sexy. It really, really is. And there are people who exude it naturally, and there are people who have to work on it. And being this confident woman, regardless of what you look like, regardless of what you do in life, if you come at any situation that you are unfamiliar with confidence, you will be rewarded for it. I personally believe that. I think that confidence is a underrated life skill and life hack, and being confident and putting yourself out there, it's the way to get things done. Okay, confidence is a great personality trait, and it's something that you don't have to change your entire DNA makeup to have or become. You just need to work on it. All of these personality traits that I'm talking about in this video, they're traits, yes, but they're also skills. And skills, it's not like talent. Skills, I guess it's also like talent. But it may not be natural talent, but it is a skill that you can work on, and skills you can always improve. You can always improve them. And working on them, watching YouTube videos, practicing with your friends, practicing with your family, practicing in a mirror, making sure that when you speak, it comes across headstrong, it comes across like you know what you're talking about, it comes across like you meant to say what you just said. When you walk into a room, you're not afraid, you're not hunched over, you're not looking like you were forced to be there, like you were held at gunpoint to walk into the room. Like, you look like you want to be there, you act like you belong there. That is confidence, and that is something that you can work on and practice. It's a state of being. Confidence is a state of being. That's what you can work on and practice becoming, and you will be rewarded for it. I'm telling you, all these traits that I'm talking about in this video, once you practice and embody embracing these personality traits I'm talking about, you will be rewarded for them. I promise you. It might not look like anything that you are thinking of currently in your head, but it'll come back to you in so many ways that you're not even thinking about right now. Practice your confidence, and it will make your life 10 times easier. You will ascend into the woman or person that you are becoming, and we can work on it together. Like I said earlier, I'm not the most confident person. I'm working on it. I fake it until I make it, and I get the job done regardless of if it's the way I imagined it happening, but I get it done. I'm confident that it's going to work out for me, and I'm confident that it's going to work out for you too. Last but not least, intelligence is a great personality trait to work on. I, myself, I'm not the most intelligent person, and I'm hardly ever the most intelligent person when I walk into a room, but I work on it every day. It's a skill, okay? And being intelligent is not only IQ but EQ, which is your emotional intelligence. It's really knowing how to work a room, knowing best when to speak up, knowing when to put your 2 cents in and when not to, knowing when to ask for clarification for things. Just knowing these little social nuances will prove and show to people that you're smart, that you are intelligent, that you can hang out in whatever room that you want to be in. And being intelligent is really an important trait to have. Go to school. If you don't want to go to school, learn on your own. Do self-study. Learn new things, because learning new things, it opens you up to new worlds. And being able to show that you like to learn, show that you're just an intelligent person, show that you're educated in things that maybe the average person isn't educated in, it is so amazing. It's great. It's a great skill to have. It's a great trait to have. People love intelligent people, okay? And if you can show that you are intelligent without being condescending, it's even better, okay? Because some people don't have that balance. And they might not mean it, but it comes off like that, and no one wants to be around that person. But being able to show that you are intelligent, that you are smart, that you understand social nuances and social cues, it will get you so far in life, okay? Being intelligent is a great skill to have. It's a great thing to work on, and it is a great trait to have in your back pocket to bring out if you need to. If you're unsure of whether you have the confidence to be in the room, just know that you can fall back on your intelligence. You can fall back on the skills that you've been working on, whether it's IQ, EQ related. In a conversation, any conversation you're having, unless it's about rocket science and you don't know anything about that, I guarantee there is something that you can pick apart in that conversation and expand on, because you're smart. You're intelligent. It is something that you can work on. It is something that you can build upon. Intelligence is a skill that can be worked on. It is a trait that everyone should have, and everyone should try to figure out how to use that to their advantage, because there's nothing sexier than a smart person. A smart woman, oh, chef's kiss. I'm telling you, being so smart, to me, my higher self, I've talked about it if you watch my first video in the Becoming Her series, the type of woman that I'm becoming and want to embody is someone that is so intelligent and cultured and knowledgeable. And my intelligence that I want to embody, it doesn't just encompass book smarts. It encompasses street smarts. It encompasses smarts about people's cultures and different varieties of things that are happening around the world. It embraces a lot of different things that you might not learn about in school, in higher education. And that is what the intelligence that I am aiming for is about. And whatever you want to learn, whatever your interest is, learn more about that. Be super intelligent about that and just master it, because it's something that you can talk about. It's something that you can bring to the forefront to show that you are an intelligent woman, you're an intelligent person, you deserve to be wherever you're going to be, and you can make it work. You can make it shake. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Please come back next week in my Becoming Her series so we can talk about other things that allow you to become your highest self. And if you haven't watched any of my past videos or you need a rewatch, please go and check them out in this series. This is going to be a long series, and by the end of it, we will be our higher selves. When we look back on this video, we're not going to recognize the woman or person we were before. We're going to be like, wow, like I've really worked on this. I've become this amazing person that I always knew was inside of me. And I just needed to practice and work on it to make her come out. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week.